Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Faux Show. Today is Wednesday, February 29th. My name is Angela.
My name is Chris.
And as most of you know, the Faux Show is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you. I look at the chat room, which I have here on my iPad.
Yeah, I got it on my screen.
It's over there on a monitor where we can see ourselves.
It's nice.
I have it over here on my monitor.
And it's on the best lower third on the internet right here. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present you the jblive.tv lower third.
There it is.
Boom. Right in the show.
All right. Well, so tonight we are going to talk about Leap Day. And because as most of you know, February 29th doesn't come very often.
No. And a lot of things, turns out, don't come very often. So there's a whole lot of different things that happen every now and then that we can cover today.
Yep. This is not specific to Leap Day.
No.
But we figured you might want to know something about that.
But we take the leap day inspiration and cover things that rarely happen. You know, Angela, something happened today that rarely happens.
Oh, okay. Yes. Let's talk about that.
I was graced by a fine gentleman in our IRC chat room named Rikai. You may have heard of him before. He said, Chris, I have something cool to tell you about. And you know what it was, Angela?
What?
It is a new Chrome extension over at JupiterBroadcasting.com. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of Jupiter Broadcasting, we have these affiliate links that we've talked about before, where if you're shopping at Amazon or any of those sites, if you click there before you buy, like ThinkGeek or Best Buy, we get a percentage of the credit. Well, Rikai, with the help of a few others, has made a Chrome extension for us. And that Chrome extension, if you have it installed in Chrome, will just automatically change out the different sites that you go to and replace their URLs with JB affiliate URLs, so that way we get a percentage of the purchase. Now, Angela is attempting to demonstrate it here, but like I warned her, it's funky.
It's right there.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. But it's okay. So if you have Chrome, she was in Firefox, so right now it's only a Chrome extension. If you have Chrome and you go to the very bottom of the Jupiter Broadcasting page, you click that Chrome extension and say save, and it'll ask you if you want to install it. And when you say yes, from that point on, whenever you visit Amazon.com or Audible.com or any of the links down there, it'll automatically substitute the URLs for you, which is great.
With our affiliate codes.
Yeah.
So you never have to think about it.
That's right.
You set it and forget it.
That's right. So thank you to Rikai for doing that, and thanks to anybody else that helped him with that. I think that's
Scoots helped him with that.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Well, so let's go into 11 random facts about Leap Day.
All right. That sounds amazing. The
first is you have a 1 in 1,461 chance of being born on a Leap Day.
Is that two toads humping?
It is. How appropriate. Yeah. So people that have birthdays on a leap day typically like to celebrate it on the 28th, but a lot of countries and other people celebrate it on the 1st, like for legal drinking age and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. They don't let you get away with it on the 28th because the 29th hasn't come. They make you wait an extra day.
Oh.
Including prison sentences. Like if you're supposed to get out on February 29th,
yeah,
you end up having to stay an extra day. Let's see. The formula for calculating which years do and don't have leap day is more complicated than you realize. 1 out of every 4 years is a leap year. That's true, mostly. But then there's this thing about the year has to be perfectly divisible by 100, and which means that it won't be a leap year, which I believe happened in 2008.
Heather covered that on SciByte. She covered the science of the leap year a little bit. She was explaining that, there's sort of a cadence they have to establish. That way things line up on a certain...
Right.
Yeah.
That way, like 2 billion years from now, we don't have to worry about changing something.
I guess.
But anyway, if it's divided by 400, you do have a leap day. It's weird. So in the year 2000, we had February 29th because it was divisible by 400. 2100 won't have it because it's perfectly divisible by 100.
There you have it. Now, that will not directly apply to me, I don't think.
Yeah, I know you don't think, and you also don't do math, so it's perfect.
It's true. Well, you might be right. Maybe I will be alive in 2100. You never know.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Most of us won't ever see the leap day skipped in our lifetime. I can talk. Lifetimes. Let's see. Number 5 is because of leap day, you may have to work on New Year's Eve this year.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, let's see. Leap years are the only years where January 1st and December 31st are on different days of the week. Interesting. I hadn't thought about that because for the last couple years, or like I think this last year, Christmas was on Saturday and New Year's was on Saturday. What it's saying is that they might be on different. That's weird. Oh, wait. December 31st. Yeah.
Huh. Moving on.
Okay. Yes. Number 6. February 29th is the one day. Look at that big ad. Big ugly ad.
Well, no, see, the caption is, why wouldn't you release a movie clip called Leap Year in January on a non-leap year?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so February 29th is the one day where women are traditionally expected to propose to men.
That's silly.
And if they don't, if the man turns them down, he's supposed to buy you cash or clothing. So, Leanna, you should you should totally propose to every guy in this chat room here.
Okay. That's
and that is why she started with "Who wants to marry me?"
Before the show started, I was giggling because the first line in the lower third was "Who wants to marry me?" And I thought, well, maybe we should wait to start before that once that clears off. So yeah. All right. Number 7.
All right. Leap day doesn't hold up in court. You know, I sat in court once and I listened to a judge, a very smart judge, the judge that married us, in fact, say to people, you know, it doesn't work if you say that you had cruise control on while you're going down a hill and you were speeding, because you're still speeding. You know, you have to use the brake because you're just allowing your car to take over, and that's you're not in control, and you should be in control. Etc. Anyway, so this is people try to get out of things, especially their sentences, prison sentences, like I mentioned earlier.
Blame the leap year. I probably would. I mean, you got to give it a shot.
Yeah. Sweden once celebrated February 30th.
Oops.
That's boring. Former leader who was born on a leap day.
And died.
Yeah. And that was...
He was born February 29th, 1812, and died on February 29th, 1880.
Sir James Milne Wilson.
Huh.
The Hindu and Hebrew calendars add a full leap month.
Because of the leap math on that world leader, he only was 17 years old, technically.
Yeah, I love that. I love changing their age just because they were born later, or born on that day. All right, and then the last one. The leap day traditions presented in 30 Rock this year could become realities. I wonder how old this is. Oh,
February 20th, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know 30 Rock was still on.
It's because we don't have TV, sweetie.
I know, but I thought it was canceled years ago.
No, that was just our TV service.
Holy crap. That's crazy.
Yeah. Who cares?
Well, anyway, you're supposed to wear blue and yellow.
I think 30 Rock can be funny. I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time. I'm wearing white and black.
Blue jeans.
Yeah.
Woo.
So there you go. Well, before we quit talking about leap year, I've got a video that explains leap year. Do you want to watch that?
Yes.
All right, and then do you have any more? We have more leaps. Yeah. Okay. We have fun facts.
Okay. Right. This is a really good video that'll explain a few of the details. Oh, I'm thinking of Third Rock from the Sun.
Probably know that this year, 2012.
Thank you, QP.
And that means that this year we get an extra day on February 29th. So instead of having 365 days this year, there will be 366. Great. An extra day. Who really cares? Well, people born on February 29th on some previous leap year, also known as leaplings, they care because they finally get to celebrate their real birthday. But for the rest of us, it's just a day like any other day. Whoop-de-doo. So why do we go to all the trouble to have a leap year? Well, I'll explain. Now we all understand a day. One full day is actually how long it takes for the Earth to spin around exactly once. And a year is how long it takes for the Earth to orbit the Sun exactly once. So while the Earth orbits around the Sun in a full year, it spins around 365.25 times. In other words, one full year equals 365.25 days. This is called the astronomical year. But here's the problem. Our calendar year is only 365 days, and that's because there's really no way to have a 0.25 day. And so those extra 0.25 days, they just keep accumulating. And what they do is make it so that the stars slowly drift out of sync with our calendar. So this is where leap year comes in to save the day. Every year we set aside those 0.25 days until the fourth year when they equal one full day. And then on that fourth year, we put that extra day on February 29th and we call it leap day. Bam, we're back in sync. That's why February 29th exists. Cool. But the real interesting thing is how we humans figured this all out. It really was the Egyptians who first figured out leap year. They noticed by watching the stars, specifically the Sirius star, that the astronomical year was actually 365.25 days, and they noticed this by seeing the Sirius star slowly drifting out of sync. But the Western world wasn't so fast to figure this all out. It wasn't until many centuries later when Julius Caesar, with the help of an astronomer, discovered, just like the Egyptians first did, that a year is really 365.25 days. And they created the Julian calendar with the leap year that we know and love to fix that problem.
Smart
Well
little
done,
jerks.
Julius. Well, not so fast.
Oh,
You see, if you want to get really exact about it, the astronomical year is actually 365.2422 days, which is 11 minutes 14 seconds shorter than the Julian calendar. And that means in 128 years from now, if we use the Julian calendar, we'll be off again by one full day. So today, we use a revised version of the Julian calendar. It's called the Gregorian calendar because Pope Gregory initiated it. The Gregorian calendar is just like the Julian calendar, but it's got a few more rules. So while every fourth year is a leap year, every year that's divisible by 100 are now no longer leap years. And that means that years 1700, 1800, and 1900, those were not leap years, even though they normally would be. And here's another rule. If the year is also divisible by 400, then it is still a leap year. Which means that the year 2000, that was a leap year. And with all those complicated rules, our calendars can stay in sync with the stars for millennia to come.
yay! So there you go.
All right. There's a little bit more to that, but if you want to see it, you can check the show notes. So,
Link in the show notes.
I have a couple more facts about Leap Day that have not been covered yet.
All right.
All right. Famous people born on February 29th.
All right. Ja Rule, number 1 on the list. What's up?
Woo!
Everybody's favorite, right?
Yeah. I'm real. Oh, wait, no. Well, that's J-Lo, but she was with Ja Rule.
Today I read that the CIA tortured 9/11 suspects by playing Slim Shady.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. That's not a joke. But Ja Rule, awesome.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. 56 countries observe February 29th as a rare disease day,
Whoa.
where they
So they make something special out of it.
yeah, they would prefer that people look into
Get a
more
rare disease.
research on ailments. No, not get a rare disease.
Oh, I thought it was population control.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
my
anyway, let's see. And then No Man is Safe. Okay. And then they've got this little poem.
All right, I'm ready.
30 days hath September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, which we all know. Save February, she alone hath 8 days and a score, till leap year gives her 1 day more. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I never knew the last part of it.
It sounds like you're getting
really cute.
Sounds like you're getting February pregnant. I'm sorry, but that's seriously that
Maybe February is pregnant.
It sounded like February was pregnant right there. Oh, what do you got there?
I don't know. It's 5 foods to never eat.
All right, would you want one of mine while you go to your next one?
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely. Go.
This one I think you're going to find really interesting. Now, this isn't a leap year thing. So if you got another leap year thing, maybe you ought to wrap it up before we move on.
Let me look. I don't think so.
Okay, good. All right. Let's move on beyond the leap year and just talk about some...
No, yeah, I do.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine.
For some reason, I didn't have the link open. Yes,
No,
I do.
you know, thankfully you found it in time before we moved on from the leap year stuff.
Okay, so now that you've learned about how our calendars are, there is a guy that has proposed changing it.
Say what?
For the better. He wants to change it. He being...
Richard Kahn Henry, an astrophysiologist at the Kinninger School of Arts and Fart Sciences.
Arts and farts. I like how you added farts in there. Anyway, he's created a calendar with every 12-month period identical to the prior one. So every year, Christmas would be on a certain day.
Oh my God, right?
I know, right?
Can we do that
Every
and
year,
just switch
Christmas
to the metric
would
system?
be on Saturday.
Can we just do that?
We could end some holiday pay. What?
Can we just do that?
Oh, I know. Well, and then it changes because, let's see, the 30 days hath September, April, June, and November that I just read to you, it would no longer apply because September would have 31 days, as would June, March, and December. All the rest would have 30.
Try to create a rhyme doing
including
that.
February. Yeah. And it's like,
That seems a lot more simpler.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Like, think about for those of you that have kids and have been divorced. Think about how easy it would be to plan weekends.
That's a weird place to go.
I know, but I thought about, okay, how
why are you thinking about that? That makes me a little nervous. That's like the first place she goes. You know, this would make divorce situations a lot easier.
No,
like, what? Really?
I'm just thinking about my family and the situation. Like, we can never remember. Okay, did I have them last year or not, or whatever?
Yeah, because you switched houses on the weekends. Anyways, I want to do 3 things.
No, my extended family.
Number 1,
What?
if I was president of the world, number 1, I would implement this. Okay. Number 2, switch U.S. You got to get over to the metric system. I'm sorry, just bite the bullet.
I know, right?
And then number 3, No more fall forward, fall back, daylight savings crap.
Oh, I know.
I'm done with it.
Seriously.
So if I was president of the world and I was going to make new time laws, those would be the things that I would time law into. Whoa, now check this out. So before we started the show, we asked the live stream audience, so people are just watching live right now, what they wanted, what they thought we should do in regards to rolling a pre-roll ad on the FauxShow over on the Jupiter Broadcasting website. And so what a pre-roll ad is, you know, if you go to watch a video and then an ad starts for like 20 seconds and you got to watch that before then you can play the video, that drives me nuts, but it's actually the highest form of ad revenue. Like the little lower thirds that come up are pennies, but those ads are actually like, if you click them, they're like, we could make like $2 if you click that, or $1.
Ow.
So if you thought like everybody who watched these videos actually clicked those ads, we'd be doing okay.
Yeah.
So we asked the chat room.
So we're still doing this full time. Neither one of us are employed.
Yeah. So we asked the chat room if they felt it would be okay if we enabled pre-rolls on FauxShow. So far, now we've only gotten a few votes because we just literally put it out there. So far, 81% have gone with yes, it's okay. But we need to get more votes because it's such a small sampling so far. So, you know what? Let's try to remember to put that in the show notes over on the Jupiter Broadcasting page. Because that's where most people who are going to be affected by this are watching. Because right now, the people voting won't have to... If they watch live, they won't see it. It's only the people watching on demand that are going to see it.
Yep.
All right, can I give you mine now that we're done with leap year stuff?
Do it.
Okay, so mine is just a once-in-a-while thing. Every now and then, a bird, and this is real, you guys, a bird is born 50% female, 50% dude. Like half the bird has all of the chromosomes.
Like divided in half?
Yeah.
Literally. One side of it has...
That's what it says here. Yeah, if you can actually see in this picture. So it's half dude, half chick.
Wow.
And I don't know if it can have sex with itself, but they call it a grandromorph, I believe. And it's they actually have the number. It is 1 in every 100,000 or something like that. That's why, yeah, check that out. Right side is
Whoa.
Yeah. And it's funny, the prettier side is usually the male side. That's no joke too.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Now, I was trying to find the exact number. I had it earlier, but it's really crazy. They actually, so like here's some blood tests they did where you can actually see it's almost like 50-50. In these cases, it's 60-60, but a couple of them are, yeah. It's
and so
it's
how
really
do they
something.
mate? How do they reproduce?
Yeah, I don't know if they do.
Oh.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know if they do, but it's something like 1 in every 100,000 birds is born that way. Something that happens every now and then.
If you have one, send us a picture.
Yeah, I guess.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
If we're living in an age where we actually farmed and had our own livestock, that would be one thing.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I think the chances probably increase because there'd be more
You're probably right.
breeding.
All right.
All right. Why don't you go ahead with another one?
Are you sure? Because this one's really good.
Oh, well,
Really good.
Well, hold on. I have another leap year thing.
Okay, good. Let's get that out of the way because I got a really good one.
I know. Oh, chat room.
Hey, chat room. How you doing? Let's rub our noses real quick while the chat room's up.
Yeah, we both rubbed our noses. All right. Well, anyway. Okay, so Chris's grandparents, whom he really loved, and I took care of his grandfather in the last year of his life. We really wanted to get married on their wedding day, which was Saturday, September 7th. We have like this little plaque, like a picture, and we got that plaque like, wow, well before he'd even proposed. It took him like 8 years to propose. And anyway, oh my God. And
hello.
and anyway, wow, you made me lose my train of thought.
Well, so they got married on a leap year.
No, they didn't get married on a leap year.
Okay, I don't know.
So I told my mom, she was like, you're going to get married on each year. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get married. I want to get married on Saturday, September 7th. And she looked it up and said, okay. Because I thought that the next Saturday, September 7th would be in 2008. But it wasn't because of a leap year.
It'd actually be next year.
And then it should have been in 2012, but it's also a leap year. So 2013. So you can get married in 2013.
If we were going to go with the original plan, we would be married next year.
Yeah, but we got married in 2007 on St. Patrick's Day instead because we are both Irish.
That's true. All right. That your leap year story?
That is it.
All right. So this story blows my mind. So this is again in the whole same vein of every once in a while. I think everybody's heard of these towns, and boy, nobody ever wants to be there. Although we've gotten email from viewers in these towns.
It looks like sun will finally shine.
Ah!
Oh my God.
I want to set it up.
It looks like vagina.
All right.
Oh
I'm
my
building the story here. So everybody knows about these towns, right? Where the sun it goes dark for a while. Excuse me. I'm trying to do my close up right here.
Okay.
And not that one.
Hey, dude, that was my dog. You guys just saw all the secret sauce.
Anyways, so there's this town out there that goes dark for 84 days a year, once a year.
Oh man, that sounds like a horror movie I've seen.
Well, yeah, there is actually a horror movie out there. Anyways,
Yeah, it's like in Alaska.
yeah.
Okay,
So
sweet.
that only happens once in a while. But what this town did, I think, is really innovative. Check this out, everybody. They installed, and I'm not kidding, they installed a mirror to reflect the sun back up over. So they installed the mirror up over where the sun shines in, and it reflects the light of the sun back onto their town.
Oh, because the town is in the crevice?
Yeah. So the town would go dark for 84 days a year.
Because of the big hill.
Yeah. And
Just take out the hill.
and the location of the sun.
Right.
In this time of year. So yeah, these guys, it's already done. They drafted it all
Wow.
up. Yeah,
Cool.
There's only
Brilliant.
there's only 197 inhabitants, but they had to build this massive mirror to get over the 1,600 meter high mountain that covered the entire town because they were seriously suffering. It says here in the article they were seriously suffering from SAD. The seasonal,
Seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So they put this mamma jamma in, and here's a picture of them working on it, and there it is. There it is in operation.
That seems awfully small to light an entire town.
Well, I guess it's because as the sun as it travels, the sunlight beam kind of goes out like that.
I know, but okay.
I just thought that was one of the most interesting every once in a while stories I'd seen in a while,
Definitely.
and I don't know. We'll put a link to that if you guys want to check that out over in the FauxShow post. But how intuitive, huh? Intuitive.
Intuitive.
Ingenuitive. Yep. Yeah. Ingenuitive.
Ingenious.
How ingenuicated of them to engineericate something so sophisticated.
We're going to learn you some grammar.
All right. What do you got?
Okay. Other things that don't happen very often.
All right.
Jury duty.
True.
That was a suggestion from Mama Clown.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I have never been called for jury duty. Ever.
Well, that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, and you've been called twice?
A couple times, yeah.
Yeah. So
not really since. I mean, now like if I'd be called, I'd be like, I podcast.
Oh, Leanna just got her notice today.
Well, there you go.
And Rogue Ice is laughing that we said duty.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Dong Chim. Great Nick. His girlfriend has to sit on the jury of a murder trial next month.
Bluebird's never been called in.
Bronwyn was called, but conveniently misplaced the letter.
Whoa.
Pretty sure that's illegal, Bronwyn.
Well, don't they just like come look for you? What happens?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or you get fined for failure to appear. Oh, there's a warrant out for your arrest, Bronwyn.
You know, I believe my number is due to come up though because I was summoned the last time and I got my last job to get me out of it due to hard business circumstances.
AKA Joe T says, I just tell the court I can read minds and they release me.
I have a friend who did not want to go into jury duty, but his work wouldn't, write a thing. And he went in. It's funny because the same guy just got called in for jury duty now, and he's like, "Sweet, I'm going in. I don't have to work. I'm going in." But he got called in, and it was for a drunk driving case.
Mm-hmm.
And they go around to all the jurors. You've never been, but what they do is they go around to all the jurors and they ask you after they've done a lot of this questioning, is there any reason why you feel that you shouldn't serve on this jury?
I've seen that in movies.
Oh, okay. So he says, "Well, I don't trust cops. I think they're a bunch of pigs, and I've been pulled over for drunk driving before, and I'm going to side with this guy because I want to nail the cop." And like, okay, you're dismissed.
Nice.
They kicked him out.
Nice.
All right, I got some more, but why don't you go through
ahead.
some? You know what? I'll do your nuclear explosion one at some point. All right. Well, here, I'll do another one of mine. So here's right in the vein of something that only happens every once in a while. You ready for this one?
I told them okay. Yes.
July 11th, 2011. The eighth planet from the sun, also known as Neptune, completes its first revolution around the sun since its original discovery in 1846.
This year.
No, last year.
Oh.
In 2011.
So this is old news.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Okay, we're talking about things that don't happen very often. That
Right.
did not happen very often.
So we discovered effing Neptune way back in the day, in the 1800s, but we have never actually observed it do a full revolution around the sun until last year.
That's cool. Bilbo says it's not Jupiter, so I don't care.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair.
That's funny.
That's fair.
All right. Another thing that doesn't happen very often is presidential elections. At
Oh,
least
yeah,
in
that's
the
true.
United States.
Yeah, that's true.
It's every 4 years, just like leap years.
Mm-hmm.
I have to wonder what we'd be like if it was just one president continuing on each term.
Nothing would get done.
Well, and there would only be one person to blame, because the thing is, what seems to happen is, without getting too political, it seems like whatever president is in office, they mess everything up, and then they just pass it all off to the next person.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, so at least if it was continuing terms, or just, you know, not term, I guess it wouldn't be terms. It was just, you are the person, like a king or whatever. It's all you. It's all your fault,
Wow.
and you'd be overthrown if you're bad.
That is the exact, that is the beginning seeds of logic that got Hitler in power. Well, this whole election thing isn't working, so let's just elect a dictator.
No. I'm not saying that that's the best way to go.
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering
If that's what it leads to.
yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah.
This is an interesting video. Speaking of world superpowers and presidents, do you want to play it? It might fit
Oh
right in.
yeah, something that doesn't happen very often.
No,
I
it
forgot
certainly
about
doesn't.
this.
All right, well, we'll just play
You know,
it.
and we can talk about it while you.
All right, we'll play it. We'll talk over it as it goes.
Do we have one where there's no audio?
There's
not that much
There's
audio.
not much
Go ahead.
audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, we'll
All right,
we'll still be
something
here.
that doesn't happen very often is nuclear reactions.
Yeah. Or nuclear detonations. So this is
Or is that true or not?
this is a map of all of the nuclear detonations around the world. So that first one there was here in the United States. Right?
Yeah, and you can see. Oh, you can't see the United States.
No, it's a little cut off. Yeah, I know.
It shows the year too.
Yeah. What are you gonna do though, huh?
Can you not make it full screen?
I could try.
Okay. Escape.
Hold on a sec.
Okay. We'll get it for you guys. I don't think I would make a good president, honestly. Okay. There we go. All right. So do you see there's the year in the upper right-hand corner, and then there's the American flag with a number 2 next to it, because we were responsible for those 2 detonations.
Why don't I just jump ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Jump to where it gets crazy.
So now we're at 1967, and the U.S. is let off 500, and well, it's going so fast, but 540, Russia
Look at all of
283.
those.
Yeah.
And you know what? Gavin and Calcras, they're in California, and that is very close to a lot of those eruptions there in the United States.
So a follow-up to this that I learned today is something I sent you in IM. Do you remember what it was? But it's something like the U.S. has paid out $1.8 billion in damages to people who have suffered medical issues due to the radiation exposure
Of what?
of these testings.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we pay.
No, I don't recall seeing that.
Yeah, I sent you a link to it. We not only do the people affected in these areas, but if you watch the map, there's little lights that go off in the middle of the ocean. Those are island testings, and a lot of our testings blew out and just really screwed up people around those islands. So we've actually paid out $850 million to people in those islands as well.
Wow.
But the primary bulk of our money has been spent on medical issues for people in the U.S. as a result of our testing. Actually, I never knew that until today.
Yeah, that's crazy. So this keeps going. Do you want to skip ahead? Today, I'm going to go to this real quick. Today, North Korea agreed to nuclear moratorium. So they're going to suspend their uranium enrichment and nuclear long-range missile tests.
Long-range missiles, yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll still have.
That happened today, February 29th, 2012.
This is really good. Now, this is just the long-range stuff. They'll still actually have nuclear weapons that they're working in, uranium that they're enriching for power usage and for local weapons. But as far as missiles that should be able to hit the U.S. or other countries, there's not going to be.
Right. So I mentioned
Look
that
at us, though,
this
the
is
US.
something that doesn't happen very often, but obviously, like, we've all heard about Chernobyl and Area 51 stuff, but who the F knew that all of this was going on all the time? You know, like in the 50s and 60s, we were setting stuff off.
Yeah,
all
so we're up to
the time.
97 now, and the U.S. has set off.
1997.
Yeah, and the U.S. has set off 1,032 nukes.
Yeah.
Russia, the one that we're always so afraid
And
of, is
we wonder
715.
what is giving us cancer.
I don't know. You know what I find that's interesting is in a lot of cases, after the Russia and the U.S. ones, it'd sort of be synchronized. Russia would let off a test bomb, and we would let off a test bomb. Yeah,
yeah. It was probably another race, you know.
Yeah,
to something.
Yeah. Si, señorita, si. So that happens more than I actually like. Actually, now let me look at that.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked to see that today. I saw it on G+. So, all right. Do you have another link?
I do. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, ma'am. Here you go.
Here
Pluto, originally
another space one.
Well, yeah. Well, it kind of fits with my last one. Pluto, originally classified as the 9th planet from the sun, but has since been shunned by the science community, has completed less than a third of its full revolution around the sun since its discovery in 1930. That's right. I just talked about Neptune, but Pluto is in a similar boat. It hasn't. In 1930 when we found it, we have not yet observed it do a full revolution around the sun.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yeah.
And Neptune was the 8th, right? And this one's the 9th?
Oh, that's space numbers right there. That's space math. Don't ask me about that. But
they're facts. It's not math.
They're in the doc right there. You could scroll down and get the answer to your own question right there. I noted it. Neptune is the 8th planet, so
okay.
Pluto's the 9th. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Except it's not a planet.
Talk about some lazy planets, huh? Oh yeah, except for it's not a planet. It's a dwarf planet.
All right. Well, here's something else that doesn't happen very often. I'm just going to go ahead and plug my own website here. momvault.com. The 24-hour bug. We got a 24-hour bug back in September of 2011. It hit Abby first. She's literally only thrown up maybe 3 times, and 2 of them were because of this. And then 4 days after she had some symptoms, Dylan began throwing up like crazy.
Look at that face.
Yeah, I know. He threw up maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. And then 3 days later, I got it so bad.
Did I get it?
Yes.
Oh, and I don't get a picture.
You do. I haven't scrolled down yet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
3 days later, mine was the worst. I got it the worst.
Yeah, you got it bad.
I didn't even take a shower. I couldn't do anything. I was either sitting on the toilet or puking in the toilet.
It's a good thing I'm such a great husband.
And then 2 days, well, your mom took
Oh yeah, boy, it's a good thing my mom's around.
Anyway, and then 2 days later, Chris got it too. So, yeah, it was horrible. So if you've never experienced something like that, it's like crazy close to food poisoning.
And the worst part about it is you start to see it happening and you're like, that could happen to me. But what are you going to do when it's people in your house?
I didn't even realize that it was the same thing that Abby and Dylan had because it was a couple days apart. But man, so I had steak and 7-layer dip that day.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about it. But by the way,
that's what came up and out.
That was killer.
All throughout the night, starting at 1 a.m. and didn't stop until about noon. And
boy, I bet Mama Cloud is glad she just joined the chat room.
And let me tell you this. I finally had steak for the first time since then yesterday.
And how was it?
So since September 7th, I have not had steak until yesterday.
It was paleo steak at that.
Yeah, it was paleo steak.
And how was
it? It was really good. It was fine. Yeah.
I got one more story.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Hey.
I was just wondering before we completely wrap up if we want to do our paleo update and then each of us do our last stories.
Shh. I don't have any last stories.
Oh, okay. Well,
this was my last
Well, then how about I do my last story and then we'll do the paleo update. All right. So this one I think we'll probably be talking about on SciBite at some point. Let me give you the really scary headline. You ready for this?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. Could Earth be hit by a humongous asteroid in 2040? So there's some scientists out there right now who are actually already calling for us to prepare for a huge asteroid impact the size of 2 football fields. And they project it to hit us on 2040. Not skim us, but hit us. Now, the truth is when you actually get down to the meat of the story, NASA says we're going to have another couple of opportunities for observation in 2013 and then again in 2015. And this comes from Donald Yomas at the head, or Yomans? What do you suppose? Yomans, probably Yomans, at the head of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. We fully expect the odds will go way down. But right now, they're actually a little freaked out. In fact, they've moved it up in their threat category listing.
Creepy Uncle says, who cares? We'll be dead at the end of the year.
Actually, in 2040, I'll be like in my late 50s, early 60s. Dylan will be like my age. So I certainly hope it doesn't hit us.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. I don't want our kids to grow up.
I know. I know.
All right. Well, all right. That, I think, wraps up the episode.
Paleo
no,
update.
wait. Yeah, we should do a paleo update real quick. So I have lost 7 pounds on the paleo update.
And this is day 13?
Today is day 15.
15.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we have made it 15 days. We're halfway through the 30-day challenge.
I think some of my favorite paleo meals have just been our last couple.
Yeah.
Like the steak one we made last night was really good,
and
I
the
thought.
meatballs.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
But they were good.
Yeah.
They were
But
good.
they were good.
And some of the things we've done with pork chops, even though pork is a little, you know, but it's been really good.
Yeah.
I've only lost like a pound or 2.
Yeah, well, you didn't weigh yourself at the beginning, but we'll go into more detail next week when we do a FauxShow update. It's going to be half Minecraft, half paleo. So we'll give you some more details about what we've noticed on the paleo diet and share all the meals that we've been doing. And I'll tell you about some of the things I've been doing in Minecraft. Like today, it was really awesome. I was a channel op for BOO, who is doing a live Minecraft
it's BOO.
play. He works with Ethos, and if you play Minecraft, then you know who Ethos is, and so you probably know who BOO is. Anyway, I was the only op, and he kept calling me Angel, which was awesome. Anyway, so that will be next week. So tune in next week for that one.
All right. We got a few recipes we're going to share, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep, I said that. All right,
I wasn't
and then
listening.
also on March 14th, I know. Okay. On March 14th, it's the awards, FauxShow Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Send me a picture of your favorite beverage with a description. And I have to tell you, I'm not getting like, Coca-Cola is my favorite beverage, which is totally fine if you do that. I am getting some really unique things.
Good.
Like you're going to be really surprised.
Well, I think it's a fun one to do because what people could do is you could just take a picture of your favorite beverage like with your camera phone and then email it to Angela@JupiterBroadcasting.com.
Yes.
And then there you go. It's a real easy one.
With a quick description. This is what it is and this is why I like it. So, all right, that is it for this episode of The Faux Show. We will see you next week. Don't forget, you can catch recent episodes of The Faux Show on JupiterBroadcasting.com/Faux Show. Also, get them on demand in the iTunes store. Search for Faux Show.